This tutorial will show you how to work with resources in the pmBLOX application. When you're building your project, you will list different resource names in the resource column, and those names will be automatically added to your resource list. To access your resource list, click View and then Resources, and you will see all your resources here. If you need to change your resource names, you can do it here, or you can do it in the project itself. Next is resource type, and you have two types of resources. You have labor and equipment, so you specify that value here. Next, hourly rate would be the amount of money that resource costs you per hour. Next, overtime rate multiplier would be the overtime rate that resource costs you. Next, under calendar, you will specify the calendar that you will use for this resource. Under units, you will specify how many of that resource are available. Availability is where you will specify the hours that resource is available. There is also a Work Exceptions tab where you can specify exceptions for that resource. The last column, productivity, will specify how productive that resource is. A value of 1 would mean that resource is 100% productive. A value of 0.75 would mean that resource is only 75% productive. So if you had two different resources with two different productivity levels, for instance, let's say that resource 1 is 100% productive but resource 2 is only 75% productive, we would go down here and specify 0.75 for resource 2, showing that it is not as productive as resource 1. Those are all the steps that you need to specify the resources in a project.